This is rather interesting. Upstairs here we have a part of the museum about the history of coffee. And it actually began in North Africa from the beginning of time. That's where it was first known, and it kind of spread over the Arab world until Europeans came in contact with it. So it's, this says worldwide expansion of coffee, Arabs and Europe. With the commercialization of Cairo, Damascus, Istanbul, and other great cities, the habit of drinking coffee expanded widely. And colonialism, and says the Dutch were the pioneers originally in colonialism. They set up coffee plants in their colonies like Java, Sumatra, and Indonesia. And Amsterdam turned into the big center for the diffusion of the product, giving the Dutch control over the commerce. But in around 1713, the French got involved. I'm not going to read the rest here, but you get the idea. And this talks about slavery. These coffee plantations here in the coastal areas of Brazil were run by slaves. So, whereas our brothers and sisters in North America were picking cotton, down here they were picking coffee, and sugar cane. What's this say? This is talking about the production of sugar. And this is an interesting map showing the expansion of coffee in Brazil. It said in the first decades of the 18th century, coffee began to be cultivated in Brazil by farmers in, Paraná and other provinces of the north and northeast. Beginning of the Napoleon era. Independence of the United States. I don't know why it's being a pain here, but independence of the United States. And here's a picture of German immigrants picking coffee and working the plants. And the coffee led to the expansion of the railways. Let's see here. Before the creation of the railways, the transport of coffee from the interior of the country to the ports was done by teams of mules. You have to understand that there's coastal mountains up against the ocean, so that's the big problem here. And it talks about how after an engineering study, they created as a way to conquer the Serra do Mar, that's the coastal range. They created a railway from Santos, here on the coast here, to Jundiaí, north of Sao Paulo, in 1867, and it was called the St. Paulo Railway. This is about the construction of the port of Santos. In 1901, the first creation of the espresso machine in Italy by Luigi Mazzara. And this is about the inauguration of the coffee exchange that we're in right now. This exchange regulated all negotiations about coffee. Every company that wanted to buy or sell coffee was represented here.